Welcome back for some Forza Horizon 4. So today we're here to look at the new Summer Weekly Forzathon challenges. This week, the featured car is the 2005 TVR Sagaris. So this one, it's actually going to be pretty fun, and I'm going to have to do something that I have never done before. And a lot of you are probably going to be surprised by what that is. So first thing, obviously, though, is just to get into the 2005 TVR Sagaris. Now, there is the Forza edition of this car. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be able to use it for this Forzathon Weekly Challenge, but I highly expect that we will be able to do so. So we will also take a look at that car. But obviously, get in the car, just go drive it a little bit like you just saw me do in the beginning, and that will count for Chapter 1. And keep in mind, if you're new to the game or if you just are still unaware, you have to do these chapters in order. So Chapter 1, Chapter 2, which is just reaching a top speed of 185 miles per hour, then Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. Well, let's test out if the Forza edition of the TVR is going to work for the weekly Forzathon. I think it will. It better. I don't see any reason why it would not. So we just got to drive forward a little bit. If the first challenge counts. Okay, well, I guess the Forza edition of the TVR Sagaris is not going to work for the weekly Forzathon. As you can see, just drove it and that is not working, so do not use the Forza edition, people. Let's make sure this Forzathon isn't completely broken. That should work now. There it is, Battle Axe. So challenge 1 is complete, and apparently our chapter progress, we've already hit 30 miles per hour out of the 185. There it is, look at that. We were able to do it on the short stretch here. So this car is pretty nice, man. Pretty damn nice. Wild Horses complete. So now you guys know we gotta do those 15 threading the needle skills. Oh yeah, first thing with this, if you're going for the threading the needle skills, make sure you go to Horizon Solo, because that will make it way easier. There's gonna be more traffic, and that's actually what you're looking for this particular challenge. There's another one, baby. See, this straightaway right outside the Horizon Festival is perfect. Tons of opportunities to get the threading the needle. Another thing, too, for this, you can actually turn rewind on if you don't have it on already. And it just makes it a little bit quicker and easier to get the threading the needles, because you're not always going to have things lined up perfectly to get them. So I just popped it on here. Hopefully I'll find traffic that I can split very shortly after, so I can demonstrate. But of course that's probably not going to happen. Maybe. Oh no, that gap was too small. That didn't work. Wait, right here. There it is. Now we can rewind back. Now the thing with this is, though, you have to make sure you rewind back far enough to let the skills kind of reset. So hopefully that right there will be far enough. And then of course I'm going to have to finagle around the same way, and of course that didn't happen. And of course that guy turned that time, so forget it. But that does work. You can rewind as long as you get things to work out smoothly, which clearly I did not there. What? How is that not a threading the needle? Are you kidding me? I clearly split two cars. That was some bullshit. So there's one. Let's try to do the rewind technique. You gotta make sure you rewind far back enough, and then the main key is everything gonna work out the way it's supposed to the second time going through it? There it is. Okay, so there's two. Now let's try to do it one more time. So again, rewind far back enough. You wanna be right around here, because if you would have not rewound a third time, you were still too close to that traffic and the skills just probably wouldn't pop up. So that's why we're rewinding back a little bit further. And then pew! Wait to see that skill pop just to make sure. And honestly, this is working perfectly good. And prior to this, I was kind of having trouble just finding situations where threading the needle was possible. So this might be the way to go. Just find your situation and then hit rewind. And then it's just smooth sailing. But still, I think this straightaway outside the Horizon Festival is one of the best spots in the game for things like this. There it is, baby. And there's another one just for good measure. Wait for it. There it is. Pew, pew, pew! So, threading the needles are complete. That leaves us with one final challenge. Winning a road racing series event on the Goliath. As you can see, the Goliath is located on the bottom left part of the map. One thing I would do is just filter for the road racing series, because some people might not have this race unlocked if you're newer to the game, if you just haven't played too much yet. The Goliath is unlocked eventually by just literally racing on the road racing series races. So complete the sprints, complete the circuits, keep progressing through, and eventually the Goliath will unlock after the Colossus and some of the other bigger races. I went back to the festival real quick to paint this thing. Holy crap, I had no idea there were so many amazingly just unique and awesome colors for this TVR. I highly recommend you guys check out all the stock paint color options. I went with my favorite color, orange, and it shines to look like different colors though. Made the wheels black, tinted it. It looks smexy, baby. Alright, so remember, we do have to win the Goliath. So when we're setting this up, we can pretty much set it up however we want to. We're just going to quick create a blueprint. We might as well just do anything goes. And we'll also make it in the class that our car is in, S1. I probably will end up sharing this tune if this race goes well, because obviously we're going to mostly be using this car for the Goliath to complete the weekly Forzathon. Now again, I've never done the Goliath, I've never raced this TVR Sagaris, so this is going to be pretty interesting, but we are obviously going to do just one lap. It is summertime, doesn't really matter what time of day. Dawn is perfect though. We'll make it fixed just so it stays clear and doesn't start raining or something, considering the race is kind of long. Create the blueprint and then you are good to go. Just start her up and obviously make sure that you're using the TVR Sagaris. One last thing, don't forget we have to win the Goliath, so adjust your difficulty settings to whatever you think you need to. I'm going to do expert because I don't want it to be super easy, but I also have never raced the Sagaris like I mentioned, and I've never driven on the Goliath, so I'm not really sure what to expect here. I don't know how good I'm going to do. And rewind, you can turn that on if you want to, but I don't feel like I'm going to need it, so just keep that in mind. But here we go, Stevio's first time doing the Goliath. Whoa, I feel like everybody just launched on me, so that's the only weakness of this TVR. It is rear-wheel drive, so the launch isn't fantastic, but I will talk to you about this build a little bit. I think it's really good, and this thing handles amazingly as well. So obviously drivatars are annoying. I feel like I could get bumped out of checkpoints or something, especially after doing the trial so many times. But this thing is naturally aspirated, still rear-wheel drive, so pretty much stock in all terms of what the car feels like. I don't know what I just did. I do want to see what that is. 2 awesome skill chains. So we took care of a daily Forzathon challenge while doing the weekly on the Goliath here. Hopefully I didn't just screw myself up. Okay, so already in 4th place. I'm feeling pretty good. We did it against anything goes, so you can see there's like a truck in front of me. It's whatever. I have no idea where this race is going right now. This is not what I was expecting from the Goliath, to be honest with you. Thought it'd be more open highways and straightaways and not weird loopy bends like that. I kind of want to challenge everybody to use this car rear-wheel drive like I am. It's certainly doable, you just have to have throttle control, you gotta be a little bit careful with your driving. But honestly, the way I have this thing set up, I'm pretty happy with it. It's feeling pretty good right now. I just gotta get out from behind this truck so I can actually go the speeds that I want to go and not worry about getting bumped off the track. We got a long way to go, I'm sure, though. I love how there's no percentage. That kind of sucks. I wish I would know like how far along we are, how quickly everything is going. But nope. Why? Get out of my way, bro. Had enough of you already. This truck is seriously the most annoying thing ever right now. Like, just stop. Stop. Get out of here. Oh, I'm starting to reel these guys in. Man, they are neck to neck this whole time. Like, literally just right next to each other. I just gotta be careful. Can't get bumped out of checkpoints. I'll do whatever I have to beat drivatars nowadays. I don't try and drive clean against them anymore. Alright, number 2, baby. I have to say, I am loving this TVR. This setup I have feels so good, and it's so stock, man. That's what makes it even better. It's stock, it's rear-wheel drive. I put the thickest tires on that you could in the rear. It's got race tires. I didn't put too much time into the tuning, but what I did to it, I gotta say, man, this thing feels amazing. And that orange color is gorgeous. This car has grown on me so quickly. Right when I threw that orange color on and now racing in the Goliath. Another thing to note, stock transmission. Fifth gear's a little bit sluggish because of that, but besides that, the transmission feels great. I love my stock builds, man, and this is one of my favorites so far here in Forza Horizon 4. Yeah, I definitely think I could have done an unbeatable. Like, holy crap, this car is amazing, baby. I probably said that like 15 times, but I gotta make sure I get the point across. My tune that I got for this thing, S1 871. Fantastic. Rear-wheel drive, tons of fun, handles amazing, really good grip for a rear-wheel drive car that is naturally aspirated and destroyed expert drivatars. I'm sure I would have won on unbeatable, but hey. There it is, there you go, so that should be it for the weekly Forzathon. The TVR Sagaris has really grown on me. Look at that orange color too, man. It is beautiful. Sandgrown'un. What can we take away from this? You don't need to max out your car. You don't need to all-wheel drive swap. You can have a ton of fun with a car that's not even maxed out in the class. And that feels like it should. Stock. It feels like a TVR Sagaris. Doesn't feel like anything else, and just look at the way the sun reflects on this color, yo. I never really thought much of this car, but I might start driving this a little bit more often. Such a cool little car, baby. Really great weekly Forzathon. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope it helped everyone out. If it did, please drop a like. Give me that little pew 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 on that like button, baby. Peace out, guys.